In this video, we're going to show you how to get pain relief from your shoulder impingement in just 5 minutes. Hey, it's Coach E from Precision Movement, and today we're not going to go in depth into the topic of shoulder impingement, as this is a video to get you some quick pain relief. So know that this is just the beginning to a long-term solution to strong, pain-free, and mobile shoulders. Now, I will review 3 points really briefly so you have a basic understanding of shoulder impingement, and I'll review the results of a recent systematic review that talks about shoulder impingement and physical therapy versus physical therapy and surgery. And then we'll get into 4 exercises that will take you 5 minutes or less to get you some quick pain relief. First up, I've got Stan here to help me illustrate to you what shoulder impingement is. Shoulder impingement is when the rotator cuff tendon, which comes in through here, or the bursa, which sits right here, gets pinched every time you move your arm between what's the acromion, which is part of the scapula, the shoulder blade, and the head of the humerus, which is your arm bone here. So it's the pinching of the soft tissues right in this area whenever you move your arm, especially when you move your arm up, overhead, into what is known as shoulder flexion. Now, why does this happen? There are a few key root causes. Number 1 is weakness of deep scapular stabilizer muscles like the serratus anterior and the lower trapezius, which prevents the scapula from properly rotating whenever you lift your arm up. When the scapula doesn't properly rotate, it sits forward and in a stuck position here, and the tissues get pinched whenever you move your arm. Number 2 is poor posture through the thoracic spine and of the shoulder girdle. So especially here in the thoracic spine, if you lack thoracic extension, so mobility in this direction, then that closes down this space in between the acromion and the head of the humerus. Those are the main root causes of shoulder impingement, whether it's the bursa or the rotator cuff tendon that's getting impinged. And it's really important because now you understand those root causes. The third point is it's not just about stretching muscles, and it's not just about external rotations and internal rotations with the rubber band. Those exercises are not going to get you to the root causes and not going to give you long-term or even short-term pain relief. Now, the last thing I wanted to go through before we get into the exercises is a recent study that I found. The study is from 2019 and is titled "The Effectiveness of Surgical versus Conservative Interventions on Pain and Function in Patients with Shoulder Impingement Syndrome." And this is a systematic review. In the study, the authors included 11 randomized controlled trials, and they found that the results displayed no statistically or clinically different between surgery plus physiotherapy versus physiotherapy alone on pain levels at 3 and 6 months, 5 and 10 years follow-up. Similarly, the pooled results were not statistically or clinically different between groups for function at 3, 6 months, and 1 year follow-ups. So the results from the research are pretty clear. It's all about exercise, not surgery. So with all that being said, let's get to the exercises. And for the exercises, you'll need a few pieces of equipment: a foam roller or a yoga block, some kind of rubber band or a men's belt, and a massage ball or a golf ball or a baseball. Gather this stuff up and then let's get started. First exercise we're going to start with is self-myofascial release for the shoulder muscles in the front, around the sides, and the back, around the shoulder blade, and above the shoulder blade. We're going to spend 30 seconds in each area. Do not go right over top of the painful area. If you could point to the painful area, don't go right over top of that, go around that. All right, so let's get started on the front. Place the ball on the wall and then press your body into it, and we're going for 30 seconds. So just rolling around, go right into the pecs, pec minor. And if you can, move your arm around just a little bit behind you to open your pecs up a little more and get a little deeper into those muscles and really release them. So if you're doing the muscles not right over top of the area, you're not doing any damage. So if it's uncomfortable, good, it's supposed to be. Now let's switch to the sides, the deltoids. Just put right on there, the meaty part of the arm, and roll around for 30 seconds. Nice and slow, don't roll too fast. Nice and slow. Breathing. Try and relax the muscles. Don't let the muscles tense up. Just all around for 30 seconds. Okay, and then we're going to go to the back. So place the ball on the shoulder blade and in the back of the shoulder. And again, just roll it around under the armpits, roll it around. And here you can move the arm around a little bit. Pin the ball in one area, you can move the arm around and get a little active self-myofascial release. But don't worry about that too much. Just getting a little release in the muscles is all we need right now. So that's the self-myofascial release with the ball. Next up, we are working on your thoracic spine with the segmental thoracic mobilization. For this technique, you need the roller, and you're going to do 3 different moves, 3 reps of each move. Start off at the lower end of your thoracic spine, and you can keep your arms by your sides here, fingers on your forehead, so that your shoulder doesn't get irritated. And you're doing 3 reps, extending over and back. 2, inhale on the way up to get more extension. And then you're doing 3 reps of a side bend on each side. And then 3 reps of just a little rotation. From there, you move up a little bit higher. Do it again. 1, 2, 3. Side bend. 1, 2, 3. And then rotation. 1, 2, 3. We'll do one more area. So 3 reps, 3 moves, 3 areas. The highest part of the thoracic spine, 3 reps flexion extension, 3 reps side bending, 2, 3, and 3 reps rotation. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to help to not only mobilize the spine into extension, but also activate some of those deep muscles that we need to keep that good thoracic spine posture. The third exercise is the lower trap activator, and it gets the lower trap activated as well as the serratus anterior, and opens up the space in front of the shoulder for the tendon and for the bursa. When you do the exercise, it's important that you don't allow the shoulder to rotate forwards. When you do the exercise, you pull your elbow down and you open up the space. It rotates backwards. For this exercise, you need a band. I've shown how you can use a pair of pants, you can use a belt, a rope, anything to just get a little bit of force pulling you that way. But I've got the band. I'm going to set it up above my elbow. We're just doing 4 reps, holding for 5 seconds. So I have a little bit of tension here, and I pull down, and then I'm not rowing, I'm rotating my shoulder girdle back. So I'm opening up the space. Hold for 5 seconds, breathe naturally, and then slowly control back to the start position. Again, it's rep number 2, pull it down, and then open up the shoulder and pinch the shoulder blade back a little bit. Retract that shoulder blade. 5 seconds, breathing, and then slowly control it back to the start. 2 more, elbow down, slight retraction, and opening up the shoulder girdle. Nice breathing, nice and relaxed, and control it back. Last one. Elbow down, open up the shoulder, pinch the shoulder blade back a little bit, hold, breathe, and control it back. And that's the lower trap activator. The fourth and final exercise is retracted rotations. And the key is the setup. We want our shoulder blades retracted, so pinched together, and we want that posterior tilt movement, so the upward rotation of the shoulder girdle, not the downward rotation. So we're going to start off 4 reps, holding each movement for 5 seconds. Retraction, open the shoulders up, open the chest up, and then we're going to make fists and start off with external rotation. And you're trying to get deeper into the range and really pinch those muscles, work it at the end range. And then we're going to rotate into internal rotation, but the shoulders stay where they are. Keep pinching the shoulder blades together. You're going to feel them want to come apart. Don't let them come apart. Now go back into external rotation. Keep the shoulders down. Don't hike them up into your ears. Pinch the shoulder blades together. And then internal rotation. This is key. Don't let the shoulder blades come apart when you go into internal rotation. Try to get deeper into internal rotation, but keep the shoulder positioning. And then external rotation, again, getting deeper into the range. Breathing, low back stays relaxed, shoulders are down, and then internal rotation. Think of rotating the biceps. That's the shoulder girdle movement, not the forearms. Last one, external rotation, nice and slow through the rotation. Pinch the shoulder blades down and back, posterior tilt, open the chest, and then keep that positioning and internal rotation. Fight to get deeper into internal, but don't let the shoulder blades come apart. Then go to neutral, keep good positioning and posture, and then gradually relax everything, but keep that good positioning and posture. And we're going to train your body to maintain this open position and posture when you're relaxed. How's that feel? Let us know in the comments. Our goal here was to help you to quickly get some pain relief down from whatever you started at, 0 out of 10, if it was a 5 or 6 or an 8, down at least a few notches. Like I said, this is not a long-term solution. This is just getting you some quick pain relief. So we've got some other resources for you here. This video will give you a little more in-depth discussion on shoulder impingement. This video will give you some more exercises for the serratus anterior, which is key to getting long-term results. And finally, the shoulder pain solution. When people ask me, what do I do if I want to get rid of this pain for good? The shoulder pain solution is it. Hope to see you on the inside of that.